You just seen this one. A little bright. Imagine you sit back a little bit. It's a little bright though. It's cool. It's cool. Go ahead and let the gram know what's going on. Yo, what's goody? What's goody? Yo, all things hip hop. Did I ever ask you? Yo, I think I see you in a group, in a live one day, yo. I ain't see you, but like I see you. What's called in somebody live one day, yo. I think I did though, but I think I told you about that. I'm not sure though. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Hope you guys are having a great New Year. Start the year off right. You know, doing the right things. I know I'm late as hell on this damn, what's called it, Queen of Slim, this review of Queen of Slim, but you know what? We ain't gonna talk about it, alright? We ain't gonna talk about it, we just gonna talk about it, you feel me? Because I'm just now seeing shit, so, you know, it is what the fuck it is. Nah, yeah, it was in, I think it was in Tariq, yeah, it was in Tariq Nasheed, live, I think, but I think he kicked you out. That's all I know if it was you or not, but he said your name. Unless somebody else gets your fucking name. I mean, I guess all things hip hop is the most unique name, but I don't know, nigga. I didn't see what you said, but all I know is that nigga thought you was talking shit or some shit like that. He was like, yo, he talking shit. He told his mods to kick you out. Then they kicked you out. So I don't know what the fuck happened there, but I do remember him saying that name. I was like, yo, I know that name, yo. That shit was crazy. That was a little while ago, though, so I don't know. I'm the man. Hold on, I'm trying to, you know, get everybody up there. And we're gonna get into it. Anybody watch Golden Globes? I know y'all niggas ain't watch no damn Golden Globes because nobody ever watched these fucking boring ass white people fucking shows. At least I don't. I ain't watching shit in years. Well, I never really watched the Golden Globes and shit like that before, but like the MTV Awards, BT Awards, you know, VH1 Awards. I used to watch shit like that, but I ain't watching none of that shit in a minute. So, but I did see Joker won for Best Actor, and I thought that shit was kind of tight because that nigga was definitely. I didn't even finish the Joker yet. I only watched I watched the majority of it, but I haven't seen like the end yet. Because the shit cut off and some shit, but. So I haven't seen the end, but the shit that I did see, nigga, that nigga was acting his ass off like a motherfucker. That nigga was acting like shit. He did a good job with that joint, so he definitely deserved that Best Actor award. I can't even fake. That shit was pretty good, yeah. That shit was pretty good, yeah. So I can't even fake on that. But then they also had what else? Something else won? Let's see. Oh yeah, no black people won. So I ain't really give a fuck about that. No black people won. I just went on the list of people that won, and no black people won. So I wasn't really, you know, I just seen the Joker one. It was like that's what's up. But everybody else that won wasn't black, so I ain't really give a fuck about shit. All right, but we about to get into this Queen of Slim review. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go live on here too. I'm trying to go live on here and on fucking. What is this called on Twitter too? Oh shit. Queen and Slim review. Okay. Oh shit. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I think it's all the way through. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to get this right. Hold up. I'm gonna do this shit. No. Okay. Fuck. How am I do this shit, yeah? Okay. I ain't gonna be able to see our comments for real though. That's the only thing. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Oh. Okay. Happy New Year. You remind me of Keke Palmer. Yeah, I get that a lot. I've got that a few times. I told a nigga his internet was from Cricket Wireless, so they. Oh, I'm weak as hell. You told me nigga. What's it called from Cricket Wireless? I'm dead as fuck. Y'all retarded. You retarded, son. All right, so look. I just watched Queen and Slim today. I know I'm late as hell. Okay, nobody got to tell me. I know the shit then came out. I was been supposed to do a review on it. I never did because I never went to the theaters and seen the shit. So, whatever. But today, I finally watched it. Okay, I finally watched the movie. And I went into the movie. I tried not to see too. I tried not to look at too many people's reviews or anything like that. I looked at a couple people's reviews. Probably like, honestly, let me see. Yeah, I looked at 2 people's reviews. Actually 3. The third person I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched some of it. And then I kind of just seen a couple things on Twitter and people talking and shit like that. So I kind of went into the movie with a mixed, feeling because I heard a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people did like it. A lot of people thought it was like overall it was good, but it was just certain shit in there that was just not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was kind of like, it was a lot of mixed reviews. Like, I didn't really hear a dominant bullshit like this movie was some bullshit or this movie was good as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't hear, there was no majority. So it's kind of like going in with mixed reviews. So, yeah. So, first things first, overall, I'll probably give it like matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to save the rating for the end because I'm going to have to go through everything. I got a lot of shit. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. And this movie started off really fast. Like, I got a lot of shit up here. I got a lot of notes up here, okay? I got a lot of notes because as soon as the movie started, and it started really fast. Like, it got into the plot really quickly. You know what I'm saying? So, I automatically, like, was right. It was just a lot. It was a lot right now. So, anyways, let me see. I'm going to say the rating for them. Overall, though, I thought it had good production. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was it was nice directing. It was nice, like it was a nice production. It was good acting. You know, I can give it that. Like, yeah, it was a good watch. Like, I could watch that movie again. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I would probably, like, I would call a favorite. Definitely not on the favorites. You know what I'm saying? Of 2019 or my movie list ever. It's one of my favorites. It's not on my favorites at all. But I don't think it wasn't the worst film of 2019. Like, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't even say it was bad. I just feel like it could have been a lot better. Like, it could, because I thought the plot was really nice. I thought the fact that they used that simple setting of just, you know what I'm saying, 2 people on Tinder, you know what I'm saying, like, this is some shit that could really happen. I like how realistic that part of the plot was. Like, that part of the movie was just, it started off like that. 2 people never met each other, was on Tinder, you know what I'm saying, swipe right on Tinder, end up on a date, get pulled over, and then this shit happened. And then everything just takes off from there. Like, I like that idea. I thought that was a really cool, way to do a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was kind of exciting. I like that. Let me see. I'm trying to get all the good stuff out the way first, because the bad stuff is going to go last. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get the good stuff out the way first. Let me see. Yeah, it was pretty good acting. I'm really trying to give it some more stuff. Honestly, I can't even keep saying it was really, really good acting, because it was good acting, but one, the girl, I kind of, on some parts, I don't know if I was tripping or not, but I thought I heard her accent slip out, like a different accent, or I don't know if I was tripping, but it was like 1 or 2 scenes that she was in. I don't know if she's from. I don't know where she's from specifically, but nigga, I don't know. I heard a different accent for a second. Like, I don't know if I was tripping, or maybe it was just the way she said a word, or I don't know. That was kind of weird, but yeah, the acting was straight, I guess. I don't know. Let me just get into the bad parts, because that's the only good parts I can really think of. To be honest, that's really the only good parts I can really think of. She's an immigrant. Well, there you go. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so number one, going into as soon as this movie started, from the first scene, you see the girl is very, like, she gives off like a very bougie, sedity, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of stuck-up-esque vibe. Like, that's the vibe she kind of gives off, you know what I'm saying, like, just by little shit she does. She complains about the eggs. She says, like, she's, like, talking to him, like, real condescending, you know what I'm saying, like, and, like, rebuttaling every little thing he says, like, she just seems like, kind of like a bitch, but not a bitch, because she seems like she got feelings too, but she's covering her feelings and shit. But that's what kind of character she gave off. I didn't really like the demeanor she was giving off in the first scene, or for the first, really throughout the whole movie. I really didn't like her character like that, to be honest. Like, but anyways, we won't get there. So yeah, I really didn't like her character like that. So, and the dude was kind of like the complete opposite. He's like the humble, the real passive, calm, cool, collected, like, chill dude. He's like, she complains about the eggs. He's like, oh, you know, she got 4 kids. She got a drunk husband. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh, well, did you bring me to this diner because this is the only thing you can afford? And he's like, nah, like, what you mean? This is a black owned business. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Which was kind of sweet. That was kind of tight. That was a nice little rebuttal. But that kind of showed right there, like, where their different mindsets were. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's worried about supporting black owned business. She worried about, nigga, how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? So you can already tell right there they have 2 completely different mindsets. Honestly, if this shit didn't happen, they wouldn't have went on the second date. Matter of fact, she says that, like, if this shit ain't happened, I wouldn't have went on the second date with you. You can tell, like, on that, they don't sex Jordan. What's going on here? Everything's going down. And, you know, trying to make it realistic and then try to also pull it. I think what she tried to do, at least, like, even though they try to make all these excuses, oh, he moved quick, oh, he had a brush in his hand, oh, I thought he did this, oh, I thought he, you know what I'm saying, had a weapon on, even though they make all these excuses, like, the irony in it is, you didn't have to kill him, you know what I'm saying, so, but I still kind of had a problem with the scene, because it didn't seem authentic, and I kind of wish, like, because we're starting from this, like, this blank space with just these 2 characters that we really we ain't had time to build to get to know yet. Like, we got first impressions pretty much with this little 5-minute first clip scene, you know what I'm saying? And then we go into the next scene where they kill a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they could have made it more genuine, like this scene. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what I mean by that. Basically, when they get pulled over, the police officer comes to the joint. Comes to the window, got the light in the window, da-da-da. Automatically, you can tell that bruh is like, you know, on standby. Like, this nigga's like, okay, cops, like, chill, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell he's already aware. Like, he's already, you know what I'm saying? He's already kind of, you know, getting prepared for what could happen. You know what I'm saying? The woman, again, on the opposite side of the spectrum, she's kind of like, you know, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the bougie, like she's coming off like the bougie. She's not necessarily, I'm not going to say she's not conscious about what could happen, the possibilities that could happen, because she does ask, oh, well, do you have any warrants? Or do you have any narcotics in the car? But the way she asks isn't necessarily, you know, a woke or conscious way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what can happen if you got that shit on you. It's more so like, nigga, you better not have that shit on you because I'm in the car. Like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You better not be no bum ass nigga type shit. Like, on some real sedity shit. We don't really get to the wokeness with her until really a little bit later on. But she's still a little, like, green. Like, I'm about to explain. Because she's still kind of green anyway. So, the dude, the cop comes into the car, you know, gets his license, whatever the fuck, go back to the car, run the ID, comes back. When he comes back, he tell him to get out the car. Don't tell him why. He just say get out the car. He gets out the car. He's being compliant. Dude is not being aggressive. Dude is not yelling. Nothing like that. Not being a smart ass. Nothing like that. Dude is just, you know what I'm saying? Compliant. Like, he trying to just get this shit over with so they can get the fuck. So he tell him to pop the trunk. Pop the trunk. He's going through the trunk. The only thing that's in the trunk is a bunch of fucking shoe boxes. So the dude is like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of shoe boxes. Bro, can we just go? Like, it's cold. So he closed the trunk. And this is what I mean by it lost me. Like, it took me out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think some shit like this will happen. So, he closed the trunk. I'm trying to tell you, nothing happens. Like, up until this point, the cop just seems like a racist, dickhead, bitch-ass cop looking for a reason. Right now, this is all we know. Just a regular bitch-ass cop. Not like extreme, not like Nazi racist, not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real scary, like he's hesitant already. He walk up to the car with his hand already on gun, like real trigger happy. Not like that, but just seem like a racist ass cop looking for a reason to give out a ticket or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Literally, dude does not move. Dude is standing there. He's like, police officer pull out the gun. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Da-da-da-da. He like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga automatically get on the ground with his knees on his head, like put his knees up, drop to his knees and put his hands on his head. Like, what the fuck is going on? Officer, put your hands on your head. Don't move. Da-da-da-da. Stop talking. Shut up. Stop resisting the arrest. Whatever the fuck the case may be. And the girl, so off rip, this shit took me out of the scene because I'm like, why the fuck would he pull a gun at him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be one thing, like I said, for him to have made a sudden movement. Maybe he had a brush in his hand. Maybe act like he was getting on his pocket to get something. Like, he could just be like, nah, man, I put my hands in my pocket because I'm cold. And he was like, get your hands out your pocket. What's in your pocket? You know what I'm saying? Like, but nigga, like this, it was no type of, the energy just was not there. It completely shifted when he pulled out his gun. Like, it was just like a, what the fuck? Not like a, damn, I knew that shit was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because in the back of my mind, of course, I know something like this is going to happen because I know the movie's about them killing the cop. So obviously, something is going to happen to where he's going to kill his cop. It's going to involve a gun probably. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew that was coming, but it's like the way that they set that up was just ingenuine. I didn't like that shit. Like, that shit, I'm like, bro, no. It just, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that something like that can't happen because shit like that, you know, similar things like that has happened, but it just didn't seem genuine to me. I wasn't fucking with it. I just wasn't fucking with that. So, and then to further this, to further the reason why I don't fuck with this scene is the woman is in the front seat, right? When she see the dude pull out the police officer pull out the gun on the dude, she automatically gets out of the car. What are you doing? Why do you? What are you doing? I'm an attorney. This is da-da-da-da. This is wrong. This is illegal. I want your badge number. What the fuck is your badge number? Automatically. As soon as she got out of the car, I was like, oh nah, this movie is going downhill. Like, as soon as she did that, I was like, this movie is not gonna be that good. Like, this shit is gonna be, because ain't no way in the heck, I'm sorry, ain't no way in the fucking hell, there is no way that if some shit like that happened, you would get out the car. A woman is not gonna get out the car. I'm sorry. It's not. There's been plenty of viral videos. There's literally a viral video, which I think is probably taken down by now, but it was out a few months ago. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it, where a woman was literally in the car with a dude who got shot in the car. Her husband, her boyfriend got shot literally right beside her. She did not get out the car because you know that why the fuck would you make another sudden move so this nigga got a nigga to shoot a reason to shoot you? Like, that's just that's common sense. Why the fuck would you get out the car? And then you get out the car, oh, you know what I'm saying, sedity and entitled, oh, what's your badge number? When this nigga has a gun pointed to his head, he got a shot just because he said, just because you scared him getting out the car. Oh shit, oh my God, it was an accident. You know what I'm saying? Because your ass was supposed to be in the fucking car. You know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't fucking with that because that could have got him killed right there. He could have killed both of them. Like, the movie could have ended right there, bow bow. Like, he could have got killed right there and that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistic, weird how this movie is riding the line of trying to be authentic, but then trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to have like trying to spice it up a little with the storyline. Like, I get you trying to spice it up with the storyline, but if you want to make it authentic, make it authentic. Like, my nigga, because don't half-ass the shit. That's the shit that fuck up the movie. Because right there, that's what fucked up the movie. We already knew that from that point on, they was going to be making dumbass decisions. Like, unrealistic dumbass decisions, which I'll get to in a second. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I was not feeling that scene at all. The woman should have said nothing. And then after that, of course, I don't want to, I guess I don't want to spoil it for everybody, like every little detail of the movie. But y'all know what happened. The police ended up getting killed. They ended up, you know what I'm saying, driving off. Now, let me get a little water. Shit, thirsty. A big theme, or probably the main theme throughout this whole movie is feminism. Which I'm not surprised by because I know one of the directors is like Lena White or some shit. She's like a stud director or some shit, and I think it's another woman and a dude or some shit like that. So I'm not surprised, honestly. And I wasn't surprised. Honestly, I kind of expected it to be a feminist movie when I seen the picture of them, and she was kind of looking down at him in the picture, like on one of like the little trailer joints. And then when I heard a couple of reviews where I heard what the fuck did I hear? Damn, I just lost my train of thought right there. Whatever. Anyways, but I had the mindset that this is gonna be a feminist movie, anyways. Anyway, like I kind of had a feeling it would be some type of feminist themes in here, even if it wasn't completely about feminism. It was gonna have some feminist themes in here, which it was. Like, it had a lot of feminist themes, and I think honestly one of the major themes of this shit was feminism. So, yeah, you can really see that throughout the movie because there's a bunch of times. I'm talking about even from the beginning. Like, the reason why they go on the road is because the woman says, let's get in the car and go. Like, she is the one who initiates them leaving. You know what I'm saying? On some Bonnie and Clyde shit. He gets in the car scared and like, fuck it, yeah, let's go, and follows out there. But throughout the movie, you see that she's making the majority of all of the major decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of the major decisions she's making throughout the film. Let me see what y'all talking about up here. I ain't respond. In the scene with Bokeem Woodbine, the woman that is over him, is a man. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that. Oh, you talking about the woman that's man? Oh, I'm gonna get to that because they slid that shit in there real. They trying to slide that shit in there real sneaky. They trying to slide that in there, but I caught that. Oh yeah, I caught that because I watched Pose, and that's the girl from Off Pose. That's the dude from Off Pose. I know. Oh yeah, I caught that part. We have to get into who she is in real life. in the statement she made, why she keep passing immigrants to play back Black Americans. Yeah, the script is extra dark. And it's cops be like that though, Flannel Castile. So the training was any more. Or too much talking about the training. Oh, it's 2 trains in the film. Wait, who's the other training? Who's that? Who's the other? I don't know. It was 2. I thought it was only 1. The light skin joint. Throughout this movie, they decide to go to when they decide to take the trunk. I mean, when they decide to put the sheriff in the trunk, she tells them that when they try to figure out where they're going to go after they kill a cop, and she suggests her uncle's house. They go there. Like throughout the movie, she's literally pretty much making all of their decisions. You know what I'm saying? He becomes very panicky, not even very panicky, because I don't want to say like he was like hyperventilating or some shit like that. But he becomes very passive. Very over emotional. Like it's a scene where when they first get on the road, he gets mad and he's like, no, I'm not trying to leave my family. I want to call my family. She like has to, you know what I'm saying, get out the car and like convince him to get back in the car. Like that's not a good idea. So he becomes very over emotional. You just see what the power dynamic is. Like they set up the power dynamic very, very quickly, honestly. And that's why I said even from the beginning scene, like it gets into the movie very fast, because even from the beginning scene, you can tell that she was the more dominant character than he was. You know what I'm saying? That she was more aggressive, more assertive than he was. You know what I'm saying? You can tell off rip just from the beginning scene. So, and it displays more throughout the entire fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? So it was a very feminist theme. And then not only that, but I also got a feminist theme from it because it's very interesting at the end, and if you ain't seen the movie, if you ain't know, it's gonna be spoilers, nigga, so don't watch this shit if you ain't seen the shit, or if you want to see it. You know, I think you should watch it anyways, because the movie ain't that good no way, so it's not nothing to be spoiled. But, yeah, when the woman gets shot, when Queen gets shot at the end, if you pay attention closely, the officer that shoots her is a white woman. Now, there's not many white women in this movie. There's that white woman. I believe the only white women in the movie is that white woman and the white woman that helped them earlier in the movie. Like that's it. Those are the only 2 white women that's in the fucking movie. Of course. So of course they kind of show that power dynamic. It's honestly, and throughout the movie they show the power hierarchy between all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like between like all of the characters, low key. You know what I'm saying? Because you have like I said, the white cop with the black girl criminal. Then you had the white woman when they was at the house. Then they had the white woman that was at the house when she was trying to save them, like, or fake ass saving them because she really didn't want to save them. She was only helping them because her husband was trying to help them, but she really wanted to rat them out and get that fucking money. You know what I'm saying? So that was another feminist thing, her helping her. You know what I'm saying? But then like it was like a versus thing of a power dynamic because the black girl was supposed to be like the revolutionary black girl in that scene. You know what I'm saying? And at the end it was supposed to be like the criminal. You know what I'm saying? Against the cop. You know what I'm saying? And then like they had another scene where it was a black cop and a white cop, and the black cop is like he's like kind of talking to he's like kind of mad at the white cop because he's like talking down on him and shit like that. Like so it's like throughout the whole movie they kind of like go back and forth with that, like showing different power dynamics and shit like that. But I thought that was real interesting at the end that she ends up getting killed. And then not only does she get killed by this white woman shoots first. Which is even, I think, more ironic, to be honest. The white woman shoots first before any of the other what looks like white cops is on the line. It looks like all white males. She's the only white female, and she's the one that shoots first. And she shoots the black female. You know what I'm saying? And if you've seen the rest of the movie, you know, Slim ended up getting shot too. But I definitely understand, even in the actual title of the movie, Queen and Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Queen and King because it's not that type of power dynamic. It's not like they both have equal power throughout the movie. It's Queen and Slim because it's a queen, the feminist, that's with this bum-ass nigga that's on the ride. That's basically on the ride along with her. You know what I'm saying? More so, rather than a queen and a king going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if you pay attention, they kind of dragging black men throughout the whole movie. Like, they didn't really have any real masculine, assertive characters. You know what I'm saying? Like male characters throughout the movie, black male characters throughout the movie. Let me think. You had Slim, who already said was very passive. You know what I'm saying? Who's already letting the woman take the lead and make most of the decisions. Then you had, let me see, the little fat boy and his father, who the father was kind of like a coon who was calling his little son, you know what I'm saying, a little bitch, and referring to his mother as a whore and shit like that. Like, you know, he was a hotep ass coon because the nigga tried to talk about, try to walk away talking about some black power and shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck, like. Anyways, so that was a good representation. You had the black cop. You did have one of the black cops. It was two black cops, matter of fact. The black cop that got killed at the end, and then the black cop that let them go. The black cop that let them go wasn't really the best representation of a black man either. You know what I'm saying? Of like a masculine black man either, because he was, you know what I'm saying, having that little back and forth spat with the white officer. You know what I'm saying? The white officer felt like he had some type of dominance over him. So you can already tell he was the more passive one in that setting. You know what I'm saying? So not the best example either. And then the one at the end, which may have been the best, ironically, which may have been the best because he's telling the young black boy as like a mentor thing, look, bro, I ain't even trying to arrest you. I'm not trying to hurt you. Bro, just go home. Like, you young, man, this shit ain't even worth it. Like, chill, just go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stay out here forever. It's more of us. We got, like, bro, just go home. It's not that deep. And the young man kills, the young black boy kills the older black man. The one good example that may have been, you know what I'm saying, the strong masculine black man, that one good example was killed by the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? So they really was, you know what I'm saying, that was really some fake feminism. I mean, not fake feminism, that was on some feminism shit, like real shit. I didn't like that. There was definitely fucking trying to, and then not even that, the uncle, I forgot, the uncle too. I can't forget the uncle. This nigga was a whole pimp and had a fucking low key, there we go. They try to slide that in there real quick. They try to slide that in there real, you know, subliminally, but they had the tranny with the uncle. You know what I'm saying? The overly emotional black man, you know what I'm saying? That they had that stereotype in it for him. That over emotional, he was so over emotional, and he needed women to praise him, and he was misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? And he did drugs, and he sold drugs, and he had money, and you know what I'm saying? And then he's gay on the low, and then he's on the down low, because it's just all black men is on the down low and shit. That's the shit that they like to spew. You know what I'm saying? So they really tried to slide that in there. They really tried to slide that in there without people noticing. That's why they didn't really make it that big of a deal. They didn't put too much focus on her. You know what I'm saying? Or their relationship. But she did speak. She did have like a little monologue with like a back and forth in one scene with them. I think with Queen. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they tried to slide that in there. They was low key dragging black men throughout that movie. So I was not fucking with that. Was not fucking with that. Let me see. And then one of the main things that pissed me off throughout this movie is that it was the decisions they made, or really that Queen made for them, was hella unrealistic. Like, these shits was, I'm talking about, these niggas is on the run. You just committed a high level crime. You just committed a federal fucking crime. You just killed a cop. Okay? They got your face. They know who you are. They know what car you driving. You are hot as fuck. Like, you are hot. You are in Hot Boy City right now because you are on fire. Okay? Nigga, you done killed a cop. You're on fire right now, right? You killed this cop. Right? After you killed the cop, you end up in another car or some shit like that. Your car breaks down. You end up in another car. End up in the sheriff's car, right? Yeah, I'm kind of working through the story, right? End up in the sheriff's car. This is what happens, right? End up with the sheriff. Put the sheriff in the trunk of your old car, right? You got a sheriff, another cop, committing another high-level crime. Put this cop inside the fucking trunk. Take his car. So now you committing multiple fucking crimes, right? Still on the run. Oh shit. My friend trying to call me. I don't know if Twitter would be fucking up with that. Anyways, yeah. Committed another high level crime. Damn, did this shit cut off? Well, Twitter, I guess you guys won't be getting more because I'm not about to, get back on there. It's cool. Anyways, committed another high level crime. Y'all are still on the run. So y'all are going for a few hours, and then y'all stop at a restaurant and eat outside the restaurant. Just chilling. Y'all just chilling outside the restaurant eating food. And you just committed multiple high-level crimes against police officers. My nigga. Like, my nigga, that's just off rip right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all sitting outside? You don't stop moving. Like, my nigga, the fact that y'all even stopped to get food, why have you stopped moving? You need to literally be going for as long as you can. You don't stop. Nigga, when you want to run, you don't stop running. You keep running. Like, you keep running. Nigga, especially if you plan on going to Cuba. These motherfuckers trying to go to Cuba. It took them 6 days to get to Cuba. I promise you, they probably could have did it in about 4. Had they not been bullshitting the way they was bullshitting. Not only do they do that, these niggas still on the run, still got the feds on their ass. You know what they do next? Go to a fucking club. Let's stop by a juke joint. Let's dance. We got the feds on our ass. We got the feds on our ass. We about to go to jail. Hey, we about to go to jail. And y'all motherfuckers at the goddamn club. These niggas was at the club, nigga. These niggas went to the club to have a dance. To have a fucking dance. Instead of running, they at the club having a dance. They at the motherfucking club having a dance. It's cool, right? Now it's cool. They got time. No, they got time on their hands. So we ain't gonna worry about that. Because they still got time. I guess they did this shit in 6 days. I think that was about day 2. They did that shit. So they got time, right? Not only do they do that, then they go to her uncle's house. They at her uncle's house. They want to spend the night and shit. First of all, this is your uncle's house. This is your uncle's house. Don't you know that they have your identity? Don't you know that they're going to come to your uncle's house eventually? Because that's your uncle? Like, nigga. Like, nigga. So then they go to the house. I mean, I understand going there to get the car and to get some clothes, get some money. Cool. Get food. Cool. That made sense. But what they should have did was get that shit and go. They got that shit and stayed, and then not even ended up staying because the police came in the middle of the fucking night. Nigga, like, bruh, like, so just little shit like that was just, that shit, bruh, that shit was, I was not, I'm like, bruh, it's no way, like, this shit is just unrealistic, this shit don't feel genuine. Who is stopping to do that? Even them taking bruh to the hospital, after they hit the little boy father, even them taking him to the hospital, bruh, no, I'm like, yo, here go $40, I pay for your cab pay for your Uber to the hospital, but we gotta get the fuck. Like, nigga, I'm not taking your ass to no damn hospital. I just shot 2 police. I just killed a police officer. All of a sudden, and stuffed another one in the trunk. No, I ain't got time to take your ass to no goddamn hospital. Fuck the food your little boy got us. What? Like, I'm like, so it's just little things like that. I'm like, bro, why? Like, y'all, it's like they didn't have a sense of urgency. Like, y'all niggas is on the run. Like, the police is on your ass. Like, you killed a cop. Like, niggas want to kill you. It's cops that don't even want you locked up. They want to kill your ass because you killed a cop. And you're really, like, lollygagging? You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking in the car and shit. I mean, it was a cute little love scene or whatever, except for the little boy shooting the cop. But you're about to get to actually on in a second because that shit blew me too. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just little things like, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, nigga, y'all don't got time for this. Y'all should be, you don't relax until you hit the next man's land soil. That's it. That's the only time you got the time to have sex, to eat, to sleep properly, all that. That's the only time you can do all that. Is when you get to fucking Cuba. Then you good. Then you can sleep and then you can worry about calling your family and nigga, all that other bullshit. My nigga. Cause the dude, he went and called his family at the body shop when they went to the little body shop. I'm like, my nigga, the fuck? Like, I almost got their ass caught right there. So it was just little dumb ass decisions. Like, bro, of course my bad. Of course they went to your family house. Of course your phone is stopped. Why the fuck would you be, and you not even paying attention, you elongate the conversation like this shit is not on the timer. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like dumb shit. Like, this is, nigga, I ain't never killed a nigga before, but if I killed a nigga, I would get away with it better than they did, nigga. The fuck, I would do it better than that. Shit, especially a cop, nigga, I'm getting the fuck. I will say the good thing Queen did was throw out their phones. Slim dumb ass trying to make phone calls and shit. Queen, she threw out the phones. That was smart. But listen, anyway in the hell somebody's making these dumbass decisions and you're on the run from the police. Like, it's no way. And it's like internationally on the run. Like, it's not like in state. It's some petty crime. You just killed a nigga. It's up the block. You killed a cop. This is national. You know what I'm saying? So just, that shit kept taking me out of the movie. Like, little shit like that, I was not fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just didn't make sense to me. But let me see. Whoo. Shit. Hot boy. Oh. The little boy at the end. Who shoots the cop. I thought that was such an unnecessary scene. It was very unnecessary. Like, the shit was just, I felt like, honestly, on one hand, I feel like they only put that in there because they killed a white cop. We can't kill a white cop without killing the black cop. We can't we can't have kill a white man without killing the black man. Come on, what the fuck? We gotta make it equal, right? It can only be black men getting killed and not white men. Not the other way around. We know this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was partially why why that scene was in there, because it was unnecessary. It didn't have anything to do with the storyline. You know what I'm saying? It didn't, like, that wasn't the main character. That wasn't their little brother, their cousin. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like a side character that we kind of knew about. He kind of came back and that happened. He had nothing to do with the story. Like, it was just unnecessary. Like, it was very unnecessary, especially the way it happened. The dude is like the dude is not aggressive at all. The dude is not like trying to bitch him. It's not like a pissing contest between two men. Like, he trying to buck his chest and bro trying to check him. You know what I'm saying? It's not even on that type of vibe. The dude is just like, bro, go home. Like, bro, chill. You little ass kid. Just take your ass home, bro. It's not deep. You know what I'm saying? And then he kills him like that. Like, I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Especially because of the reason they was out there. Like, I was trying to figure out why they was marching. When I first seen them marching, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I thought about it again, and Amira actually was like, why the fuck would they be marching? Like, why the fuck would they be protesting if, you know what I'm saying, everybody is rooting for them? What are they protesting against? You know what I'm saying? But of course, they're protesting against police brutality and the fact that the situation that was in shouldn't have happened in the first place for him to have to kill him. That's what they were protesting. So I understand that. But at the same time, that part wasn't necessary, and like that didn't fit right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like a cop and a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cop in Queen of Slim's video was an obvious racist, an obvious, you know what I'm saying, bad cop who was just looking for a reason to fuck with somebody. You know what I'm saying? He was obviously doing that. He wanted to kill him. He just wanted to kill him just because he was black. He told him to get on his knees. The dude wasn't doing nothing, no threat, nothing. He told him to get on his knees. He was about to shoot him right there. You know what I'm saying? So that was obvious, like, he was a bad guy. So with them doing this with the little boy at the end, it's making it seem like, oh, well, something like that would have happened. We're looking at all cops, like all cops are bad guys, and we just, you know what I'm saying, like, we don't fuck with them. First of all, us being black, we're automatically, you know what I'm saying, like, if that would have happened in real life, they would have related. You know what I'm saying? He would have been like, bruh, it would have been like, awesome, I'm on this side, and I've been on your side before, so I'm trying to warn you, bruh, just go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that would have went. Little bro would have been like, you know what? You're probably right. I should go. You know what I'm saying? In real life, that's probably how that would have went. The nigga wouldn't have pulled out no fucking gun and shot him, especially with, nigga, it was like 20 of these fucking SWAT team members out there, nigga, with guns. Niggas on horses. You really gonna pull a gun out with a nigga on a horse? Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just, that shit was unrealistic. In real life, he would not have shot that man. Like, even being that passionate about police brutality and one of the protests like that, he wouldn't have shot him. Come on. You know how many fucking rallies it's been like that, and police officers have not gotten shot, especially black ones. So come on, it was very unnecessary. It was just very unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just, it just wasn't needed. And then to come on later find out, of course, he gets shot, he dies because he shot the officer, and of course the SWAT team shot him. You know what I'm saying? Which I will say, I'm happy that they didn't put that in there, because I don't like seeing black kids die on TV, or I don't like seeing kids die, period. But I definitely don't like seeing black kids die on TV. You know what I'm saying? Or movies and shit like that. So I'm very glad they didn't put that in the movie, because that would have been super unnecessary. But like that scene, it didn't do nothing for me. Like, it was just like, my nigga, this is not where this movie was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not how this, like, it didn't fit. Like, I just felt like they was trying to pull too much in there. They trying to pull too much wokeness in there. It just came out real hoteppy, because you're trying to pull too many themes into one movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, stick with the one or two that y'all got, that's the strong ones, that's good, and then, you know, fuck with that. But you trying to pull in, you know what I'm saying, the black cop and the black kid, and, you know, like, that whole dynamic, that shit was just unnecessary. So I wasn't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially because they did it during the sex scene. It was just like, I wasn't fucking with that. Was not fucking with that scene at all. That's probably one of the worst scenes in the movie to me. Have you ever seen Rosewood? No, I haven't. What's up, season movies? LGBT front. Yeah, low-key, kind of seemed like it, because they definitely slid some LGBT up in there. Oh, anybody see Lita White's interview with Wendy Williams? She admits that she got the script from White Guy. Oh, yeah. She didn't actually write the film. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I seen, it wasn't with Wendy Williams, I don't think, but I definitely, seen an interview with her, and she was saying that I didn't know it was from a white guy. I thought it was from a black guy that she got it from. But she said she got the script from a dude, and then she pretty much just wrote the rest. Like she got that. Well, she said that what she said in the interview I saw was that she took that idea from him, like two people meet on Tinder, go on a date, get pulled over, and kill a cop, and then they go on a run. Like she said, she got just that part from him, and then from there, everything else she wrote. That's what I seen. The man actress is a bad witch too. Yeah, I seen she got a zaddy. I seen that shit. They tried to accumulate black interest in the film by advertising the cop shooting commercials for the same movie. You'll see the film is something totally different. They say that we don't need any more projects featuring Lena White. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and honestly, even the way the movie ended, with it ending with both of them getting killed, which honestly I wasn't surprised by, because you talking about two black people who killed a cop, they either gonna end up dying or end up running away together, or one of them gonna end up getting away and the other one gonna die. Like those are the only three possibilities I really see. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna end up in jail, but like going to jail was like the boring ending, so I figured it was gonna end up with either one of them in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or unless it was just one of them. You know what I'm saying? End up in jail. But I figured that was going. We just seen that so many times. Niggas end up in jail. Like I figured that they was going to end up in jail. They was either gonna die or they was gonna get away with the shit. And honestly, I feel like they should let them get away with it, because of the way the movie went. You know what I'm saying? And even at the end, it shows like the dude. And I didn't like that either, because that was another black man. This is what I said. They didn't really have any good representation of black men. Again, dude at the end is the one that ends up ratting them out. You know what I'm saying? You see him counting the money at the end. And that's like the 200. You remember like early in the movie, they said they had a bounty for like 250,000. So he ended up getting the bounty and shit like that. He turns them in like the black dude. And the black dude is like the stereotypical, you know what I'm saying? Grills, shades. I think he had locks. You know what I'm saying? Tattooed and shit, like real stereotypical gangster look. He ends up ratting them out. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't really have no good representation. They had another black. Oh no, I already talked about him. I think I mentioned all the black dudes now. But yeah, they didn't, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the way the movie went though, if they was gonna really ride this stupid ass line between unrealistic and authentic, they really should have, you know what I'm saying, just let it end right. Like through, you know what I'm saying, like all the dumb shit they went through, they should have just let them get away with it. Like they literally got right to the plane. Like, honestly, you should have just gave us that. Like you already then let us down because you done shot the good black cop. The little boy you got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, my nigga, like, they can't get away. Like, shit, you could just let them get away. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have let them get away. Like, real shit, they let them become, like, revolutionary, you know what I'm saying, legends and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe, like, make a video months from now, like, telling the stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, they could have made it have a happy ending. I don't feel like it could have, I don't feel like it should have ended with them dying. Like, honestly, shit, this shit is already ingenuine as hell. So realistically, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, they probably would have died. In real life, they probably die. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, they would probably get shot exactly how they did. But since the movie was not that genuine to me, like I said, it just wasn't genuine. Then they should have just let him live. Like, let him live. Why not be a triumph? Let it be a triumph. Like, I think they should have lived it in. I don't think they should have died. Honestly. Let me see. Yeah, that shit was I don't know. I guess I think I hit all of the major points now. The special scare will pull down. Manufacturers and this shit. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the alien. That was another thing I didn't like about the internet is that I felt like it was like a theme, like an ending theme. Either way you die. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do the right thing, be passive. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the officer. Like, he's still going to shoot you because he's a racist bitch-ass cop. So, you die in that instance. But even if you fight back and do the right thing and stand your ground and use self-defense and kill this man, you still die because they won't come back and kill you later. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't like that narrative, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no out. You know what I'm saying? There's no way for me to have justice It's either I die this way or I die this way, like pick my poison. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like I don't think that should all be all of the fucking movies. Either way, you're gonna die. Shit, if he would have did the right thing and she shouldn't, and she hadn't got out the car and he didn't attack him, he would have killed him anyway. He would have died. And then he did do the right thing, and then they went through all this bullshit, and then at the end, the cops ended up killing him, and he still died. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they could have let them live. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have sauced it up a little bit, especially if they would have all the way up until that point made it seem like they were going to die. You know what I'm saying? Like they was when they asked, the police was real close. Like the police was when they showed the police at his parents' house on the phone, and the father was like, "Well, I ain't snitching. Like you gonna catch him, but you ain't gonna catch him with my help." You know what I'm saying? So, but if they would have made us let us on to believe that they was probably going to die in the end, but then in the end, like it was just a switch of events, and you know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of the dude at the end ratting him out, why not he get on cold with him? You know what I'm saying? Like why couldn't it have been some rat ass black people in the beginning, and then right at the end, it's like, you know what I'm saying, this nigga on cold, and he get y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, that shit tight, because they did have some displays of black people on cold, like with the black cop letting them leave, and you know what I'm saying, the people at the club giving them free drinks and like keeping them in a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there was there were instances where you've seen black people on cold, but at the same time, it's like, damn, at the end, it's like, damn, it's like at the end, and then not only is it you just gonna die, but it's also like, it's always gonna be a red ass black person. No matter what you do, a black person, it's always gonna be another black person to tear your ass down. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a nigga around the corner. It's always gonna be another crab in the barrel that's gonna pull your ass down with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, nigga, you can't have a movie where we on cold. Like, damn, we here, like, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Black people helping each other throughout the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to end it with that, and then before that, you had the white couple. So you got, of course, you just had to throw in the white savior narrative. You had to throw that bullshit in there. You know what I'm saying? With the white couple, because they was really unnecessary. The white couple they could have did the movie without that couple, or with exchanging them to be a black couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then let the black couple have different feelings about it. Maybe the wife felt like they did the wrong thing, and the husband felt like they did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have did it like that. They could have did this movie. That's why I said this movie has so much potential, which is why I wanted to see it when I first understood, when I first heard about what it was about. I'm like, damn, that could be a potential. That has the potential to be a really good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they really do it right and direct it right, like, the shit is gonna be sweet. Like, that could be a bomb ass movie. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to see it. But like it was really a disappointment. The shit was really a letdown, to be completely honest. And I think, with all of that being said, I really think with all of that being said, I can give this movie a genuine out of 10 stars, or out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 4. I'm going to give it a solid 4. I was going to go 5, but I gotta give it a solid 4. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, that shit was cool, only because the only real positives I really got out of the movie, the only real things that I liked about the movie was the production, the direction, the acting, because I like both the actors. I thought they did good jobs, even though they're not ADOS, so I didn't like that shit either, to be honest. That was another thing I didn't like, but then I did like because I thought they were good actors, but I did like because they're not ADOS, or they're not Black American, should I say. You know, like it didn't do that. Like, I gotta give it 4 out of 10. Like, it didn't do nothing for me. Like, it didn't pull me. Like, at the end, when he got up and picked Queen up, and he was walking towards them, like, that shit should have made me cry. Like, I could feel it a little bit in my heart. Like, damn, this is supposed to be a real powerful scene. But I couldn't get into it because it didn't feel genuine. Like, I didn't feel like that's how it should have ended. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like that was just a false ending. That was a bad ending. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really get into the pride and the integrity he was having while walking with her back to the, you know what I'm saying, walking towards him with a hand. Like, that's a scene that should have made me cry. Should have been like, damn, like, that should have made my heart hurt. Like, at the end, that shit felt so bad. Like, I should have wanted them to win. I should have wanted them to, like, yes, please get on the plane. Like, yes, they about to make it. Yes, like, I should have been on the edge of my seat. Like, yes, they about to make it. They almost there. I know, they gotta stop. Like, it should have been like that. But it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, these niggas, that was some dumb shit. That was dumb. All right. Okay, y'all niggas should have done that. Okay, y'all was there for a little too long. Okay, all right. 6 days. Damn, y'all niggas taking your time. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. You gonna trust this nigga? This nigga look a little fool. Cause even the nigga that ratted him out, when I seen him, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? I'm like, this the nigga that's about to get them to Cuba? Like, this nigga don't look like a plug. This nigga look like a rat. You know what I'm saying? So he was exactly what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all trusted this nigga? Like, I probably wouldn't even got in the car with this nigga. I probably would have went the other direction. Like, so that's why I'm like, it just didn't pull me in. Like, it has so much potential to do that, though, to be able to pull you in and be able to make you really feel, you know what I'm saying, to empathize with these characters because you know somebody or you've seen somebody or you've heard the stories or you felt this way yourself. You should be able to get that. I couldn't get it from them. I couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the scene with him shooting the cop. Like, even in that scene, I remember, let me see. What's the When They See Us? Is that the movie? Is that what that called? Is that what that movie called? When They See Us? When the girl, she's with her friend and the boy gets shot because he reaches in the car for a brush, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole movie is about her having to testify, and like she goes to a white school. That movie, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, that movie was a really good movie. At the end of that movie, when the little boy had the gun in his hand, pointing to the father, I almost cried. Like, actually, I think I did cry. Like, I was dead ass like, oh shit. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's even thinking about it made me get a little emotional because that shit really, I was pulled into that movie. That movie really pulled me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, the scene, even when the boy got shot, I was like, damn, no. No. You know how I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? So, I felt that. I felt that with that movie. You know what I'm saying? I could feel it with them. You know what I'm saying? With the actors, the scenery, everything. Like, I felt that movie. I really liked that movie. I need to watch it again, honestly, because I've only seen it one time. But the first time I seen it, I really liked that movie. I felt it. This movie, I didn't feel it. When he shot the officer, when the officer was about to, even when the officer put him on it, when he pulled out the gun and told him to get on his knees, I didn't feel like, you know what I'm saying? That feeling you get, which every black person has felt when you get around an officer, when you see them lights behind you, or when you know you're around a racist ass officer, you gotta be real passive with him because you know if you get a little too assertive or a little too aggressive, he gonna find a reason to put you under to arrest you, or give you a ticket, or fight you, or beat you up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be real careful with that one. Like, it's like I didn't even feel that with them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that. It just, like I said, the way he even pulled out the gun head, it didn't feel realistic. They didn't build it up. It just was missing it. It was missing something. It was missing the genuineness, the authenticity. You know what I'm saying? That was needed to display without this movie to really to bring you into the movie. They didn't have it. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was that. Like I said, I thought the acting was good, but I don't know if it was the fact that they're not Black Americans. So you know what I'm saying? They just didn't pull me in because I know in the scene, looking at them, it didn't pull me. It didn't make me pull in more. You know what I'm saying? I know when they see us, when they see us seeing the girl shaking, her hand shaking, crying, you know what I'm saying? Like, understanding, like, that's how you will probably react. Like, I'm not getting that from them. When the woman gets out of the car and is yelling at the officer, like, oh, I'm going to, what you call it? And he shoots her because she's grabbing her phone. She's like, oh, I'm going to grab my phone. I can grab my phone. I can record this. This is legal. And he shoots her. I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, who would do that? Like, Black American women don't do that. Like, did you not see the Sandra Bland case? Like, even in that case, nigga, like, we don't do that when we get pulled over. That's not, we're smarter than that to do some dumb shit like that, like get out the car and get ourselves killed along with him. Come on. Like, and then when you got out the car, why didn't you already come out the car with the camera out? If you so smart, you're an attorney, right? You know that's your right to record. Why wouldn't you get out the car recording? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just little shit like that. It kept pulling me out. It kept, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't not pay attention to it. Like, I couldn't be like, okay, well, maybe somebody else would do this. Maybe somebody else thought process would go like that. But it's like, it's just unrealistic. It's like, why would you do that? Like, that is, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. The shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I give it 4 out of 10 stars. Because it was still a good watch. Like, it was still a movie I could watch again if somebody wanted to see it. I would watch it again. It's not something I would own, you know. It's not something I would even recommend to somebody to watch, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good watch. It was something to watch. Like, but I feel like that shit could have, like, the shit could have took off. Like, shit, if it was a different director on there and different writers, I feel like that movie would have took off. Like, that shit could have been great. That shit could have been a classic. It could have been a classic. Like, it could have been a Black Bonnie and Clyde classic. Like, on a spin of a Black Bonnie and Clyde. Like, it could have been a real, it had the potential. That's a bomb-ass storyline. Like, it's so simple, but it's so bomb. There's so many places you can go with that. So many places you can go with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it didn't do me right, though. Like, it didn't, I don't know. 4 out of 10 stars, though. That's the final, what you call it. Let me see what y'all got to say. Hey, Taylor. Kingley. Let me see. Sorry, reason that nigga to pull out, you bugging. Some bullshit, that's what it is. Black Bounty Hunter didn't even exist historically. I told my dad, he just didn't even listen. Shake my head, hey, girl. Nat Turner was the best movie hands down. You know, had some flaws. It told the accurate story, and he killed that massive. That piece. Yeah, Nat Turner, I haven't even seen it. I think y'all talking about Harriet. Elohim and Leak. I think y'all talking about Harriet. I haven't even seen Harriet, but I've made up my mind. I ain't gonna even waste my time watching that bullshit. Like, I know for a fact now it's not historically accurate. And they on some bullshit, so it's just no point. I ain't about to watch that shit. I ain't about to watch that shit. But I'm good. I'm good. It's okay. Let me see. Nat Turner was good though. That's what I was about to say. Nat Turner was actually a really good film. I really did like that film. Only thing I didn't like was the fact that we didn't get to see a bunch of white people get killed, which we should have. I feel like we should have got to see a bunch of white people. And I don't like the fact that they showed that little boy getting hung in a tree. Especially because they didn't show a lot of white people getting killed. So the fact that they didn't show white people getting killed, they definitely should have shown a little black boy getting hung in the tree. That was just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, that wasn't cool to me. But I did think that was a good film, though. I thought it was real raw. I thought it was a real raw film. It was good. I think it was directed very well, too. I like Nat Parker. He's a good dude. I'm going to be filmed with Robert F. Williams, and still Wayne Power, John Little, Robert Smalls. They see us about the Central Park 5. Oh, no, not when they see us. I'm not talking about when they see us. I'm talking about, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm talking about the other joint. What is that movie called? It's like Tupac's. Y'all know Tupac's little thing, like Thug Love or like Thug Life. I'm at Thug Life, and it's like the acronym for Thug Life though, or like what's called for Thug Life. What is it though? I know y'all know what movie I'm talking about, bruh. I know y'all know what movie I'm talking about, yeah. Y'all definitely know. I'm just trying to figure out what movie it's called. This Is Us. Is it This Is Us? Hold on. Don't make me sound stupid. Let me see. Nah, This Is Us? The Hate You Give. That's what it is. The Hate You Give. Bling Bow Bird. The Hate You Give. That was a good ass movie. That joint shitted on Queen and Slim. No, that was kind of some bullshit. The trailer had so much promise. Yeah, the trailer had so much promise. They would defend themselves and won some surviving R&B singer in Hollywood. So it was Great Debaters. Oh yeah, Great Debaters was really good. I'm gonna go see Great Debaters with my dad, yo. I remember they go seeing that joint. That shit was really good though. That shit was a really good movie. And Malcolm X, that's a really good movie too. I will mention Thomas Stugland. Watch it, but I honestly don't know. I should see it though. Yeah, Queen and Slim, I will watch it for free or watch it, for $1 at the Red Box because the shit, it wasn't like it's not something that I would be pressed to watch. Like The Hate You Give though, that was a good movie. I will watch that. I need to watch that again, honestly. But that was a good movie. The Hate You Give was a really good movie. That other shit though, Queen and Slim is for the birds, yo. Like Queen and Slim is for the birds, yo. I'm gonna pass. So good shit. Yeah, man. That shit crazy. Ended up being a Bedouin thing, though. Yeah. Now that is true. The girl who was with the white boy, Lisa. Now that is true. The only thing but it's Hollywood, so it's like, of course they ain't gonna get it on the mark 100%. Like, of course, it's still Hollywood, y'all. My expectations is never that high. So I did like The Hate You Give. I really like that movie, like I said, but of course I did not fuck with that whole dynamic with the interracial date. Of course, come on, y'all. It's me. Like, come on. I was not fucking with that shit. I was not. I really didn't like the fact that she ended up with the white boy, and I'm like, my nigga, you tripping? You go through the shit like that? Anyway, the hell. Anyways, so Yeah, I did not like. I feel like that was very unnecessary. It's kind of like the white boy being in there. I kind of felt like it was like oh nah. It wasn't. I'm not gonna say. I was about to say it was totally unnecessary. I was about to compare it to the boy killing the cop at the end of Queen of Slim. Like that was just completely unnecessary. But I'm not gonna say it was completely unnecessary because it did give us another dynamic. Like the, you know what I'm saying? It gave us like the view from the white side. You know what I'm saying? From like people that care about her, but also, you know what I'm saying? They're still white, so it's only so much they can empathize, so much they can sympathize for. So it wasn't completely unnecessary, but I don't think it was necessary at the same time because she could have just had a white best friend and it could have went the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think she should have had a white boyfriend at all, especially because she's already like light skinned and she's a little ambiguous looking already. You know what I'm saying? Even though she had two black parents in the film, she's all like, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of see what it was, you know. But it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood, y'all. They know they ain't gonna get on the mark all the way. Like, but I thought it was a very good movie for what it was, as far as you know, the impact it had. You know what I'm saying? And the message it had about, you know what I'm saying, police brutality and shit like that. I thought it was very nice the way it was set up. White folks went to get the Malcolm X movie award. Yeah, the Malcolm X movie was lit. Now he should have get. They gave Denzel a damn an Oscar for Training Day, but they ain't want to give him one for fucking Malcolm X. And that's the one he really should have got it for, was Malcolm X. It was dishonest. They always have a good white person in a movie. Exactly. They always had a good white person in a movie. This one, like, it's Hollywood. You know, they always thought that the white boyfriend was supposed to be the white savior, and then Queen of Slim was the white couple that helped them. You know, they always had that type of shit. So it's Hollywood. I can't, you know. The inevitable defeat of Mr. and P. Oh yeah, Mr. Pete is one of my faves. Yeah, man. Yeah, the inevitable defeat of Mr. and Pete was, honestly, I watched that shit on Off the Humbug. I didn't even know that was gonna be as good as I thought it was. Like, and then honestly, when I originally watched it, I thought it was kind of boring because it was a lot of like dry parts in it. Which I still do think that actually it is a lot of dry ass parts in it. But it was a really good film though. That was a really good film, and the little boy can act his ass off. And they do an accurate biblical movie to keep it 100. I heard the white people not to make that movie a Hollywood Latin independent black movie company. Facts. She was another Rosario Dawson. Oh well. Who the fuck was Rosario Dawson? And then having a swimming relationship was unnecessary. Yeah, he could have just been an ally. Right, that's a fact. But they made it into a sexual thing between the white guy and the black woman. Right, exactly. Unnecessary. That shit was unnecessary as hell. That's a fact. It just wasn't necessarily to the spot. That's what I'm saying. It was. They pulling other things, but you know they do that. I guess Queen of Slim is in the. When you think about it, Queen of Slim really isn't the only movie that really does that. When it comes to like movies, when they're talking about race relations or like shit like pertaining to some shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Like black issues like this, and it's a Hollywood movie, they're gonna miss the mark. They're not gonna completely hit the mark. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like that. Yeah, I think they gave an award to Denzel on For Great Invaders. Did they give him one for Great Invaders? I think they might have actually. You might be right. I'm saying she's ambiguous, just like Rosario. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't really fucking with that interracial shit. Y'all know how that is. Though. Hollywood love to promote that shit. You know, that's what they want to do, and that's cool. Yeah, that was wild though. Wow. And not only, Queen, when it was when the officer was checking the truck, Queen was honking the horn. She was like, "Hurry up!" Or like, "Do you have a warrant to be in the trunk?" Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like she was being very problematic. There's a difference between being like conscious, being aware. You know what I'm saying? Being assertive, standing your ground, knowing your rights. There's a difference between that and then being entitled, sedity, demanding, curt, rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? People get misconstrued, and that's what they tried to do with her, was make her seem like the aware, conscious, woke, assertive, know her rights, feminist. You know what I'm saying? Know her rights, feminist, but she really came off as the bitch, know-it-all. You know what I'm saying? Like, entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like, do too much drama queen. Like, that's what she really came off as. You know what I'm saying? Especially because even throughout the movie, she just kept complaining. Like, they had a bunch of little scenes with them just bickering back and forth because she was bitching about dumb shit. Like, she was just complaining about little dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I really didn't like her character for real. I really didn't like Queen's character, to be honest. Like, and I thought Slim's character could have been more aggressive and more assertive. You know what I'm saying? More dominant. You know what I'm saying? He should have been, especially in a situation like that. In a situation like that, like, my nigga, you looking for Clyde to lead, not Bonnie. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie was leading the whole damn time. And you see where they ended up? Dead. So, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if he would have took the lead a little bit more and grew his, you know what I'm saying, act like he had some fucking cojones, they would have lived. But, you know, I don't know, I just wasn't fucking with it, man. Yeah, the more I think about it, the less I'm fucking with it. Might have to subtract a 0.5. They get a 3.5 out of 10. Because, nigga, I just wasn't fucking with it. Like, Queen was, she was not relatable. Her character was not very relatable to me. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, I feel like generally black women, you know what I'm saying? Black women in general, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they tried to make her the upper class black woman, because you know they love to push this whole narrative right now that black women are winning, we the breadwinners, we educated the most, we bring home the money, we the providers, we don't need a man, like, our niggas ain't doing this, black men ain't doing as well as we are, like, we shitting on y'all, like, so I feel like they try to dangle her, like, they try to kind of display her as that, you know what I'm saying, as that typical black woman, and it's just like, I just wasn't feeling it, yo. That shit it didn't, I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it. I did not, I'm really thinking about it, like, I did not really like Queen's character at all, to be honest. I didn't really like her character at all. She was a bitch throughout the whole film. You know, she had her little vulnerable moments, but for the most part, she was very demanding, very curt, very rude with him, like, I don't know, and Slim was acting like a little bitch, low-key, like, Slim was kind of acting like a little bitch the whole movie, so I just wasn't a fan. Like, not a fan of that power dynamic, of that, you know, they're trying to make me black, they trying to get rid of the black man, and, you know, like, bruh, we all know what's up, so I just wasn't fucking with that. You know what? You gotta subtract more points on the movie for the actors. Real life bandwidth. I should though, just because she was supposed to be revolutionary. I'm weird. That was me did the right script, so did register, so I'm not surprised. That was the film to spin to make the woman look more aggressive than man. They also wanted to make the woman look like a figurehead of man. Yeah, that's a fact. The whole movie. You know what I'm saying? She was more aggressive than him the whole movie. She was more assertive than him the whole movie. Like, she literally told this nigga how to rob a store. She literally told him, like, go in the store, hold the thing up. And then when he goes in the store, which I thought was another just a super unrealistic thing. Like, this is what I mean. These are things that just kept pulling me out. Like, it was just, I could not fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I could not recognize the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, him robbing the store, how do you go into the store and let the store clerk hold the fucking gun and then point it at you? Oh, you don't look like a killer. How the fuck you gonna tell a nigga with a gun he don't look like a killer? Alright, I don't look like a killer? Bow, shut your ass. Now put 40 on 20. Like, put 40 on 10. Nigga, like, I'm like, that's just so unrealistic. Who the fuck is gonna sit there and say, oh yeah, let me touch your gun. It just gives me a rush. Let me touch your gun, man, and then I'll pay for your gas. I'm like, what, nigga? You are on the run. You don't got time to be playing games with this man. Shoot this nigga in the leg, tell him push the buttons, and get your ass on the way. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I just really did not understand that shit. That shit was hella unrealistic. Hella unrealistic. Nigga, unrealistic. Who the fuck is doing that? He literally gave the gun to this nigga. A loaded gun to this man. Like, pulling me out. That shit was pulling. I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's no way in the fuck. Like, even if he was too scared to shoot him, he would have just left and went to another gas station. Who the fuck is gonna sit there and risk getting shot? Like, at a gas station when you on the run, trying not to get shot from the police. Like, my nigga. That shit was just stupid, right? That shit was stupid as hell, honestly. Like, that shit was really dumb. I'm really about to subtract another point. Because the more I think about how dumb this shit was, the more I'm just like, damn, this movie was not good. Like, this shit was not good, yo. For real. I don't know how, if you're just like, he died at the end of Hollywood. Hey, black people just sacrificed white feminists in the film. Movie could have ended right there if that was realistic. LOL at the gas station. Yeah, if it was realistic, it could have ended right there. Because the nigga would have shot him. Like, bruh. So yeah, that shit was just number 5. I couldn't understand that shit. I could not understand that. Like how? Like this, I just don't understand. They would have either like realistically, they would have been caught way before they got caught, or they would have died way before, or nigga they would have like I can't even say they would have got away because someone's making dumbass decisions. So now they wouldn't have got away, but they like nigga. I don't know. I feel like they could have just tweaked it a little bit. And they could have made them get away though. They could have made them get away. In real life, they wouldn't have got away though. It ain't a way to hell. But in the movie, I feel like they could have made them get away. But because the shit was just that shit was stupid, bro. That shit was stupid, bro. That shit was stupid, yo. I can't fake. That shit was not good. It was not a good movie. It was not a good movie. Good watch. It was cool to watch, but it just wasn't a good movie. I don't know. I'm gonna do another movie review. Whatever movie I watch next, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments what's some other good movies I need to watch. You know what I'm saying? I think I need to watch and review because I'll do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was cool. That shit was cool. But I think that is all. Okay, take my points off for the 2 women in the film. 2 women in the film. I'm dead. Watch Rosewood. Is that a show or a movie? Joker review. Ooh, I was gonna do a review on the Joker too. But I don't know. Cause I haven't finished watching it either. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not really pressed though, cause the Joker is like, I don't know. The Joker, I don't know. The Joker kind of would be a good person. I don't know. Because the Joker is really like a lot of white people. Like, I be at my job, I be looking at white people. Some of the shit white people do, I be like, yo, that's some shit the Joker would do. Like, really, the Joker is really a normal ass white dude. Like, for real. This nigga is a normal white dude. Like, and to white people, this nigga's normal. That's why white people love this nigga the Joker, because that's them. Like, that's them. Like, that, he's a good representation of their ass. Like, for real. The dumbass jokes, the fucking weird ass laughs, the awkwardness, the depression, the mental illness, the trauma, the fucking sadisticness, everything. The irony, that is the epitome of white people shit. The Joker is the epitome of white people shit. That nigga is white people shit. Like, for real. You think white people shit, you think of the Joker. Like, nigga, that's white people shit. Black people don't act like that. I don't know one motherfucking black person that act like that shit. Ain't no way to hell. My nigga. Come on. And my dad was a drug addict. And my brother was a drug addict. My nigga, come on. I know some crazy motherfuckers. I don't know no crazy motherfucker that act like that. Not no black people that act like that. Hell to the nah. You tripping. Like, hell to the nah. That's some white people shit. Joker is white people shit. The epitome. Like, he is the fucking personified version of white people shit. For real. Rosewood was a movie. It was actually a TV series movie when it came out in the 90s. I forgot which channel it was on. Okay. Don't think about it. Rosewood, okay. Django was fire. Django was my shit, yo. Yeah, Django was my shit, yo. For real. So we having fantasies like that for the school shooter. Like the Florida shooting school shooter. I'm talking about the movie Rosewood. The show and movie is 2 different things. You like it, easy. Okay. I'm gonna check it out. I might check it out. What is it on? Netflix or some shit? I might check it out. I really didn't feel like Django like that. Great acting though. Yeah. I think honestly the comedy kind of took you out of Django a little bit. The comedy part and the fact I feel like it was very good acting, but some of it was a little oversold, like them saying nigga so much and like. You know, this little shit was a little oversold. You know what I'm saying? But Django was one of my favorite movies, though. Like, hands down. Django was this one of my favorite movies. I can't even fake. That's my shit. Django, I fuck with Django. Like, that's one of my favorite movies. For sure. Especially about Quentin Tarantino. That's probably my favorite movie by Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino would probably be Django. Or Kill Bill. You know what I'm saying? Kill Bill is that shit, too. But, yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, though. Django is the shit. Now you gotta use Fire Stick or freemovies.com. Oh, okay, yeah, I got a Fire Stick, y'all, so we Gucci. I'm gonna look that up. Rosewood, I got a Fire Stick. We Gucci. Quentin Tarantino is a fucking racist ass fucking clown. You're right. What about Marriage Story? Everybody's talking about it. Never heard of it. Marriage Story? I don't think I heard that. I don't think so. I don't think I heard Yeah. What about word? I just say that word. Oh, that's why I made the movie. Man, every Quentin Tarantino movie they say that word at least 5 times. Yes, in the Godfather, I already know the answers. You see, definitely haven't seen it. How the fuck you know I ain't seen it? Maybe I have seen it. Elohim, man, you know what I've been watching. Matter of fact, I have seen it. I ain't seen that shit. You right. I ain't seen that shit. You right. I saw one episode of Godfather. I keep hearing the Godfather is good though. I've heard the Godfather is good a couple times. I've heard that. A bunch of people talking about that joint. A lot of people talking about it. I seen Brother Noor Muhammad on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about it, but he was talking about how the NOI wasn't like represented well inside that shit, and how like Malcolm X's story wasn't told right because I think they tried to imply that the NOI killed Malcolm X, and that's not true. Like, so he didn't really like it because of that, but I think he said he liked the show. Honestly, I don't like how they're trying to depict Bumpy Johnson as some black activist dude sold drugs to his own people, and Bumpy Johnson. Yo, I feel like somebody, I don't know. I feel like somebody in my family named Bumpy Johnson. Y'all might be related to this nigga. I've heard that name before, yo. I mean, I know who he is, but I've heard that name. I feel like I've heard my mother say that name before. You know, the Godfather, not the Godfather poem. I'm talking about something. Oh, you talking the Godfather? Oh, you talking about the Godfather, like the Italian shit? Now, I haven't seen that either. Bobby Johnson is from North Carolina. Yo, I do got family in North Carolina, yo. That shit crazy. I got family on my dad's side. My dad's father's side, because I didn't know my dad's father's side. Like, I don't really know. Well, at least I don't know the side. Like, he got like, I think he got like, I think he had like two different moms, like, with his siblings. Like, my grandfather had his siblings had 2 different moms. So I know like the seller side. Like, I know them. But then I got a whole other side of the family. Like, my grandfather has a brother whose name is Cole. Like, they the Coles and shit. And the Coles is related to the sellers because they brothers and shit. So I met them like a couple years ago, but I don't really know them like that. I only met them one time. Like, they live out in the country somewhere in North Carolina, like 3 hours away, some wild shit. Somewhere in the country. But they the Coles, though. They the Coles. But the brother, my grandfather's brother looked just like my grandfather, which is crazy. And I ain't never met this nigga before. But when I see the picture of him, I was like, damn, he look just like my grandfather. This shit crazy. So, I don't know, yo. Might be related to Bobby Johnson. ZZ Johnson. You got that right. That shit gonna be crazy. That shit gonna be crazy, yo. Oh, wow. Frank Lewis from North Carolina? Oh, I knew that. I did know that. Because he brought his family. I remember that shit with him. Bobby was solid. Frank was not. That's how it goes. Harlem Hustles. Interesting. Yeah. Shit, might fuck around and be related to Bobby Johnson. That shit great. Alright, y'all. It's been long enough, I feel like. We can slide up on. Oh, you know what? Let me talk about this right quick, y'all. Before I leave. Have y'all seen this thing that's going on with Ari Lennox? Ari Lennox, I like her music. She got a couple songs that I like. And she seemed like a cool girl. She's from DC, okay. Shout out to her. But I see her, I don't know why, I just be seeing her complain a lot. Like, I see her, the feminist. Yeah, that's the vibe. I'm about to get to that because that's kind of the vibe I kind of get from her. I see her complain a lot about black men. I've seen her stand up for LGBT. Like, I think she went on a rant talking about how if you don't like LGBT people, then don't follow me or some shit like that. Um, she's went on a rant though about a couple things. Like, she's had a couple of her rants go viral. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, people like that, especially for black women. I try to empathize at least. I try to empathize as much as possible because that's a black woman. Okay. I can relate automatically because you're a black woman and so am I. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Black women voices are usually shut down or unheard. You know what I'm saying? So I like to make sure that I hear that. But when I keep hearing the voice, and every time I hear your voice, it seems like whatever you're complaining about just don't be that deep, or like, I don't know, like it's just, I don't know, like the situation you be in is just, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't know. It just gets a little rocky for me. I don't know, like, I'm not trying to say she's lying or she's being dramatic or anything, but she just, let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, so, if y'all don't know what's going on or what happened recently, basically, if you know who Ariana Lennox is, she's a singer or shit like that. She's a singer from DC. And she put out, this dude, some random ass, nobody ass nigga, right? Tweeted out, it's crazy to me how Ariana Lennox, or Ari Lennox and Tiana Taylor, can have so, it's amazing they have so much tweet shit first popped up. And I thought as soon as he said it, right? For like 2 minutes talking about, futurism, y'all hate blackness so bad, like, just because I have a black nose, like, it doesn't mean it's ugly, like, my big nose doesn't mean I look like a dog, like, why do y'all feel so comfortable comparing black women to dogs, like, this is disrespectful, and, like, just really going in, and, like I said, black woman, I empathize, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not right. You don't hear other groups of men, or you don't hear any man, because the guy who tweeted out was a black man, but you don't hear any other groups of men, or any men, doing that to their groups of women, or any other groups of women. Like, you don't hear the Hispanic women getting compared to fucking chihuahuas and shit, okay? You don't hear about white women getting compared to poodles, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get compared to dogs. You know what I'm saying? They don't get compared to dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I understand her point in saying, oh, well, black women, like, y'all feel comfortable doing this to me and Tiana Taylor because we're black women, and y'all just so comfortable shitting on black women. I get that. I feel that. We here, Ari. I get you. Like, you right. You know what I'm saying? Woke. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get black men back on their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't have black men out here shitting on black women. I get it. We here. But it's like, my nigga, first of all, this is a nobody of nobody. Okay? Like, who the fuck cares about this nigga? Number one. Number two, the joke was funny. Like, I'm sorry, the shit was funny. Like, the shit was funny, okay? It had nothing to do, when I processed the joke, I didn't think about her having a big nose, because really, Ari Lennox, I didn't even know that she had a big nose. Really, she don't even got a big nose. She just got big ass nostrils. She don't even got a big nose. She got two big ass nostrils, and really, her nostrils ain't big, they just kind of stick up a little bit. So it looked like she got a big nose. Like, her shit looked like this. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like she really got a big nose. Tiana Taylor doesn't really have a big nose either. It's just she has a strong facial feature. She has like her shit look naturally contoured. Her cheeks, like, same thing with Ari Lennox. Like, both of them have very strong features, you know? That's what made me think, like, of a Rottweiler. That's what made me think, okay, that's funny, because Rottweilers is no, like, pit bulls, they got strong features. Not because they necessarily have big noses. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like she kind of blew that shit up more than what it needed to be. Like, well, you shouldn't even gave this nigga no attention. You just gave this nigga clout for no damn reason. Because you didn't even have to recognize the comment. This nigga is a no. But when the tweet originally first got tweeted, it only had like, 30 likes or some shit like that, or like 100 likes. Nothing. Who cares? Even if the shit went viral, who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's not a big of a deal. Especially saying that as though, I just seen a tweet the other day with a thread of black men getting compared to pit bulls. Like, oh, well, he looked like a pit bull, and like, it was so sexy. You know what I'm saying? Because they were saying, I think it was Dave East and like 2 other light-skinned niggas that look like pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? They were saying they was fine as hell. So, like, I just didn't think the shit was that deep. I'm sorry. Like, I just did not think the shit was that deep, bro. I'm like, my nigga, come on. Like, you really about to get this nigga some attention, and then you gonna give him some attention on this shit? Like, and it was a joke, and the joke was actually kind of funny? Like, bruh, come on. You know what I'm saying? This is not a regular conversation niggas is having. Like, I've never heard nobody ever say something about Ari facial features. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Tiana Taylor before, because Tiana Taylor been out for a minute. But Ari, like, my nigga, come on. Anybody really shit on you like like that for real. Like, niggas fuck with Ari Lennox. So it's like, I don't know. I just thought that she was kind of being a little dramatic. Like, honestly, I didn't think the shit was that. I'm like, bruh, you bring in futurism and all this other shit. She was focusing about her. She kept saying it was about her big nose, and I keep saying to myself, like, you don't even have a big nose. Tiana Taylor doesn't have a big nose, but I understood what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the point she was making about futurism and, you know, people sitting on black women. I didn't think the shit was that deep, honestly. Like, I'm just gonna keep it being with you. I didn't think the shit was that serious. Like, if that was me, nigga, like, I wouldn't have gave it. I probably wouldn't even gave that shit no attention. Or if I had, I wouldn't have. I damn sure wouldn't have went no long ass rant in my feelings about that shit on Instagram. Like, nah, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think the shit was that deep, honestly. Artists surrounds me of Azealia Banks and Amanda Seales always complaining she needs to be confirmed. Kevin, yeah, that's the right. TKC, you see what I'm going. Like, that's exactly Azealia Banks and Amanda Seales. That's exactly kind of vibes I kind of give her. Like, and I'm trying not to get those vibes from her because, like I said, I fuck with her. She from DC. She black. I fucks with her music. But I'm really starting to get those vibes, especially after this shit. Because I'm like, bro, that shit was not that deep. Like, and then she, you know what I'm saying? Just like Amanda Seales does, finding a way to shit on black men. Oh, black men, why y'all not saying nothing? Y'all should be sticking up for me. Why is only black women saying stuff? I'm like, bruh. And I'm like, my nigga, I actually seen a tweet. I'm lying, because that tweet was about somebody else. But I seen black men, like, saying, like, no, Ari Lennox, you know what I'm saying? Like, they bad as hell. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Rottweilers, y'all tripping. They fine as hell. So, like, there was still black men, you know, sticking up for her. It was just like, shit was not deep. But I understand where she's coming from, though. She needs to take a break from social media. She needs to take a break from social media, because shit like that shouldn't get to you. Like, little shit like that, my nigga, it would be different if it was a celebrity and it got, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's nobody ass nigga tweeting this shit. Like, bro, who cares? This one little tweet doing numbers on Twitter is like, who the fuck cares? I understand black women drank through the media during the 90s, calling us broke, in jail, saying we ain't shit. I'm gonna talk about the women too. Just yeah, and that's, you know what? And even with her saying that, because that's a good point. Even with her saying that, oh well, other groups of men don't treat other groups of men don't treat their women like this. That's not necessarily true, and I really don't like that narrative that people push, because people really try to push this narrative that black men are the worst kind of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't seen my what video was that? The joint about Chrissy for the Love of Thugs, I think, or some shit like that. Like, my nigga, people really try to spin that narrative like black men are just the worst type of men to be with. Like, they're the abusers, they the broke niggas, they the cheaters, they the ones that's going, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really act like they like black men are the worst groups of men. And I'm like, my nigga, have you not seen other cultures? Like, there are cultures where women gotta walk 7 steps behind a man. Like, can't even look a nigga in the eye. Like, can't go outside the house with you know what I'm saying, with what they want on. They gotta wear a fucking veil or some shit. Like, they can only show their eyes. Like, my nigga, there's places where women, if you get cheated on, you're getting stoned to death, or you're getting beat the fuck up, or your husband can kill you and get away with it. Like, there's a lot of worse groups who treat their women worse. Like, there's a lot worse groups of men who treat their women worse. Like, my nigga, have you not seen the relationship between Becky and David? Like, Becky and Bob? Like, white men don't be cherishing their women for real. Like, my nigga, have you heard? Do you hear, like, on a daily basis, even just talking to a random white person, do you hear the way they talk about their women? Like, what? Like, they don't give a fuck about these bitches. They don't be giving a fuck about white bitches. They really don't. Like, these white men be dragging these white bitches through the mud. Like, for real. Like, dead ass. Like, for real. Like, it's a lot of Asian ass white men. My nigga, like, hello, they went through a whole feminist movement. These niggas, white women had to fight to get rights and vote and all this other shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Had to go through this whole feminism shit. You know what I'm saying? And revolutionary bullshit for a reason. They had to go through that shit for a reason, because not only was they treating us terribly, but they wasn't treating their women too good either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, let's not sit up here and fake like black men are really the worst type. Like, my nigga, come on. Look at other people. Look at other groups. Look at other cultures, other groups of fucking men, and how they treat their women. Like, let's be real, okay? Let's be real here, okay? Because I've seen some fucked up relationships outside of black people. My dad one came around another black man, a black woman. That's a fact. I don't just say it. All the only race of men who cheat. Lonnie said that bullshit. I'm not surprised. I mean, Lonnie a little tap dancing ass. I ain't worried about her. Big witch ass. I ain't worried about her. Anyone see this statement Lamy said about black men? I mean, don't you understand? I have more white-like features than black though. Oh, it's called a man. Yeah, Lonnie is some bullshit. She ended up with a white man and shit. See, white men, all women, to be honest. Hate all women, to be honest, including white women. So, exactly. White men, let's, like, come on. Little Latin. Yeah. Like, come on, yo. The platform, speak the truth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit really be blowing me. Like, these black women can got a lot, and it's a lot of black women, too, that will go so far trying to, like, they try to act like it's, like, calling black men on their bullshit or, like, trying to check them and shit. But it's really, like, you really shitting on niggas, like, and really ignoring the same shit that other groups of men do. You know what I'm saying? That you're not criticizing them for, but you're criticizing black men for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, my nigga, come on. White bitches get cheated on every day. Shit. White bitches cheat on niggas every day. Like, come on, son. Why does it say very bad connection? Really? I don't have a very bad connection. I shouldn't have a very bad connection. Do I got a very bad connection? Stop streaming. No, I don't want to stop streaming. Stop streaming. Everybody's gonna play with their women. Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, them Arabs, yeah, they don't play with their women. Like, and I'm saying white women can be very disrespectful because shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's not play because niggas like to act like white women are so like the holy grail of women too. White women, I done seen some white women do some dirty shit to some men, yo. They like I done seen their ass do some of the most foulest shit to niggas. Like shit to men. They be doing niggas dirty, for real. So either one, like white men and white women, both of them are them not either one. I think both of them should be at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to dating, honestly. When it comes to historically, they should be at the bottom of the totem pole. Like they should not be the most preference. They should be the least preference group of fucking people to date because look at their history. They terrible. Like, niggas is murderous as fuck. Like, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Bro, ass is just evil as hell, bro. I would not be trying to date them niggas. You tripping like shit. No. I'm not looking forward to dating niggas. You tripping. Like, no. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Predominantly white, Asian. Yeah, there's a lot of women out here. They be getting, yeah. A lot of these white women, Asian women, they getting their ass whooped. Especially because a lot of Asian women love white men. A lot of white men they have fetishes for Asian women. They fetishize a lot of Asian women. So Asian women end up like that too. I know in my I work, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all know what I'm doing, I'm a waitress. And whenever I get like Asian couples, I don't get many. First of all, Asians don't go out to eat, at least to like regular restaurants that much, no damn way. Nowhere have I ever worked has there ever been a surplus of fucking Asians. Asians do not spend their money outside their communities like that. Like they do not do that shit. They do not do that shit on the regular. Like they do not go out to eat in the regular. They usually cook inside or they spend their money at a Asian owned restaurant. Like they don't do that shit. So yeah, but the few Asians I do get, and even to this day, usually if it's a woman, she's usually the more dominant in a relationship. When it's like a male and a woman, usually she's going to be the more dominant. Or if she's not the more dominant, the dude is going to be a complete fucking asshole, and she's going to be the passive one. That's the only two ways I've seen it. Or they're both assholes, the white man and the white woman. They're both equally racist, both equally assholes. Those are the only three types of ways I've seen Asian women and white men. Either the man is going to be very passive and the woman is going to be very dominant. The man is going to be a complete asshole. The woman is still not going to be. Honestly, the woman don't usually even still be passive. Then it's just that she's less of an asshole than he is. But he's a complete asshole and she's sort of an asshole. Or you just got two assholes. That's it. Like those are the only three ways I've seen it. Like for real. Because Asians, they don't really be fucking with black people for real. So they don't be tipping, honestly. So you be knowing. And I don't get too many of them, so it's not too hard to point out. You know what I'm saying? Or to account for their experiences. Like, yeah. That's how it usually is, though. But usually, I've never seen an Asian woman with anybody else other than an Asian man or a white man. That's it. Throw acid in the faces of the women, black men in America don't do that. Exactly. Yeah, I've seen that shit before. Men throwing acid on men's face. Yeah, I'm like, yo, black women, we complaining, but nigga, it could be worse. Fuck, you know, throwing fucking acid in our face. The hell, women are abusing themselves. Something about their black male privilege. I'd be like, where? Exactly, black male privilege, like that type of shit, at least this black feminist bullshit, black male privilege, you're tripping. What are you talking about? Like, nigga, it's just, I don't know. Very divisive. True Asian women date out of race more than any other race of women. Yeah. Black men are worshipped around the world, step outside of this. They tell you, very matter of fact. White for our soul standards, people, I swear, they really are. Historically, they are. That's why I say black people can be racist or black people can be prejudiced, because you're basing it off historical facts. Being prejudiced is to assume something without any without any factual basis. You knowing, me knowing your historical basis, me knowing that your ancestors is evil as fuck, and so therefore you are probably gonna be evil as fuck too. That's not prejudice. That's just thinking smart. Like, nigga, that's just putting one and two together. Like, duh, if all the rest of these generations was fucked up, you probably gonna be fucked up too. And that is not, you know what I'm saying? That's not prejudice for me to assume that. That's just smart. Like, nigga, that is just fucking smart. Matter of fact, I think Farrakhan said something damn near exactly like that in an interview. Matter of fact, it wasn't even an interview. It was an interview on Donahue. He was on Donahue show. He said something almost exactly like that. Like, black people cannot be racist because basically what the fuck I just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. But I've always felt that way. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's just not the same for a white person to assume I'm fucked up or I'm evil. Wouldn't make sense. Historically, why would you think that? Why would you think I'm a threat, or that I'm fucked up, or that I'm evil, or that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hurt you. Historically, it wouldn't make sense. Like, that's what makes you racist. Because if you have no factual basis, no statistics to back that up, it wouldn't make sense. For you to think I'm trying to kill you, or for you to think that I have some type of vendetta against you, it would make no sense. No sense. For me, though, it makes hella sense. It makes perfect sense. It makes, yeah, I've always felt like that. That's a fact. That's a fact. Fetishes over. Fetishize black men a lot, though. That's fact. Look at Jay-Z, what's his name? Not Jay-Z. Jeezy and what's her name? The little Asian bitch from The Real. Look at that ass, Jeannie Mae. We done already heard her little racist comments in the past about black men. And now, look, now look, it's a little ironic, but alright. This is stupid. Anyone can be racist. This is stupid. Anyone can be racist. We can't practice black supremacy. That would be more true. That would be more true. Elohim, what the fuck are you talking about? Elohim, I hope you're being sarcastic, because only white and non-black people can be racist. That's just a fact. There is no argument. I'm not going to argue with you about it, because at this point, I've literally explained that point way too many times. And I just explained it. Matter of fact, literally, I just did. So, I just explained of working against you as well. You have systematic fucking oppression. So, other than that, the shit I just said as well, I'm not even about to argue with you, bro. Black people cannot be racist. It's impossible. There's not in this fucking world. It cannot happen. It will not happen. And if it didn't happen, it ain't gonna happen no damn time. No time soon. White black people can have race. White folks project their racist ass mentality onto us a lot of times. Yeah, and so we become, prejudiced towards each other. That's still not racist though. That's more so colorist when they project it onto ourselves. My brother has an Asian woman and he has kids with her. Every time I see him, he looks happy. Well, shit, good for him. I know a lot of black men with a lot of black women, and every time I see them, they look happy too. So shit. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, okay, my brother. The only racism that is systematic is white supremacy. Yeah, white supremacy, exactly. I think he means on a systematic level, we can't oppress others. Yeah, we can't. Exactly. That's why I said we can't. That's what racism is. That's what the crux of racism is. We can't do that. We don't have the power to do that. So we cannot do it. We can't be it. We cannot be racist. That's my point. What I'm saying, racism and supremacy and white supremacy are two different things. Just look at the word racist just mean for your kind. Okay, I see what you're saying. I've got into arguments about I've seen people get into arguments like that before. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying. But black people still can't be racist though. My mind still hasn't changed. My mind still has not changed. You still have not changed my mind. No, we can't be racist. Still not. But yeah. I need chocolate or caramel, I don't want it. You got damn right. Chocolate caramel, I don't want it. I just say proud of my race though. I have respectful interest in my race. They define me as a racist. Merriam-Webster may define you as a racist. No, I don't. That's just what this is what I'm basing my what you call is. Because racism is the easiest way to put it, and the way I look at it is prejudice plus power. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You have the prejudice, you have a prejudice against a group of people, and the power to use that prejudice in your favor. That's what racism is to me. Just from that simple definition, black people cannot be racist. I don't have any power to use my prejudice against any other white person. And honestly, my prejudice isn't prejudice. Okay? It's based on, like I said before, historical data, historical things that has happened. So it's not prejudice like they are being prejudiced. Then I'm not presuming anything because I know for a fact because of historical events. So I'm not presuming anything. So I cannot be either or, honestly. I really can't be either or. I guess you can be prejudiced, but in the way I just explained it, you really can't be, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, my nigga, unless you're just ignorant and you don't know about if you don't know anything about your fucking history, like my nigga. But I don't have the power to affect you with my prejudice. That's what racism is to me. And white and non-black people have the power to do that, which we do not. And systematic racism is white, you know what I'm saying? Systematic racism works under. That's what white supremacy is basically the building that's holding up systematic oppression. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they go hand in hand. I'm not saying they're the same thing, but white supremacy and racism, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Look at the definition of black. Dictionary is made by white folks. I'm not saying you should marry outside the race against that, but you should have peace of mind. That's all I'm saying. American women, period, are toxic with this Western mindset. Elohim, I'm not going down there to racial data with you. I'm not going down to women road with you, though. I do take pride in my race. And then watch that movie. Well, I'm gonna edit this video too because I gotta tomorrow. It's gonna be lit. So interesting. Been a bless. Remember y'all. Big shout out. Last video definitely go. If you yeah.